Hello everyone, welcome back to Banners of Ruin. Last time we continued through Old Town, and as we got down to alley number 5 here, we have a decision about whether going into a combat or doing our informant task and helping out some prisoners. You might remember right at the beginning of the run, we were told by request to get a boat ready and then break out some prisoners, and if we manage to achieve that and get them to safety, we'll be able to get to our target at the end of the run. So let's go and help these prisoners. You burst into the prison to find several heavily locked doors flanking the far wall. As you approach, you notice a crude pair of crow's foot carved into the center 2 doors, your targets. As you lower yourself the heavy iron padlocks, you hear the clamoring of guards echo down an alley nearby hallway. You suspect even more on their way as they call for help. Pick the lock on the first cell. You'll have to fend off guards in the meantime, or forfeit. Well, let's open that cell. We've got 2 beavers and a hare. This guy is dealing 12 damage. If the character is in the back rank, move or swap in lane, and this character moves or swap to the position in front of them. If this character is in the back rank, move or swap lane. So the top 2 are attacking Dresden and Islington. I totally forgot that Islington has Bloodthirsty, and whenever they kill something they get max HP by 3. We should definitely be trying to get killing blows with him. But that is all by the by. For right now, we need to hurt these guys hard and fast. So let's start with tensions here at the front row. Then a wild brawl. We'll put on a scornful bite in the hopes of kicking or moving somebody later. But first, before we do that, let's do defense. Defense. I don't want to withdraw because it's going to cost us... Actually, you can withdraw yourself to the same location you're in. Then we will play Scornful Bite without having to ruin a card and apply 8 that to that there. Good first turn. Right, now we're at the back. Deal 5 damage, deals an additional 15 damage if the character is on the back rank. Now, I'm never sure if that means the person shooting us or the hero being shot. I should pay attention to that. Well, we're on 40 shield, so we'll find out in a second, presuming we don't kill this person immediately. You take strategy. And we actually have all of our movement stuff right now, which is not as ideal, because if we push these guys back, then we're going to have to worry about them taking a turn in the current go. If in front rank deals damage, 12 damage to your opponent rank. If in back rank, deal 12 damage to ally front rank. Oh, that's juicy. So we definitely want to kick them. Then he is going to hit him, which is awesome. Otherwise, let's start on the hare. We don't want to push somebody back, but we'll still hit them. Then who's getting hit right now? You're attacking the lane. You're shooting this guy. You can have some solid... Should have clicked the guy I wanted to play the card. It's fine. Well, we didn't learn anything because of our anticipation, but hey, it's better than being dead. You are attacking 12 to the whole rank, but I think we can probably murder you pretty swiftly. Weapon damage and 4 bleeding. Plus 6 and 2. That is all the bleeding we'll ever need there. We can move you to the front. That deals damage because of the crippled, which is great. Then you have sharpened steel to attack back there. Have a heavy shield. You can have some of that. And in fact, if we make some shivs, you can attack with 1, and we can use your willpower to play another class's card. And that means we get to play Oathkeeper. All is well in the world. So now all we want to do is have Dreslin here kill the creature because we have 70 HP right now, but if we do this... sorry, I said if we do this, it goes up to 73 for getting the kill. Deal weapon damage, apply 1 overwhelm. If dual wielding, apply +1 overwhelm. Discard all ruin cards, draw that many. Swap positions with target party member. Let's take a flurry, because some of our weapon damage is really good. Swiftly after the last body hits the ground, you haul the door open and the informant's wife timidly clambers out. You guide her to the corner as you hear a second group of footsteps hurrying down the corridor. Open the second cell, more guards are hot on our heels. Alright, looks like the same set of guards. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. They're attacking for 12. If character is in the back rank, move or swap them. And they're attacking our 2 front ranks for 12 apiece. We have enough shield to deal with that. So let's just start laying waste to these guys. Start with the raw before you start attacking. They'll die to bleeding now. Might as well put up our heavy shield. You have the least defense, so you can have some more shield. And why not make 3 concealed blades to play? Might as well put them up here, just so we can get the bleeding going this turn. Then, at the back here, deals 5 damage, deals an additional 15 damage if the character is on the back rank. We're not going to be able to move them forward, but that should be fine. Let's find a way to get rid of the shield first. Start with one of those. Right, we're going to use this to get rid of the shield, which will also add bleeding. So 15 bleeding against 35 health. They are shooting this guy. You can have some solid footing. You can have some momentum for next turn. Everything's going great. Guy at the front attacking is not going to be a problem, I don't think. We'll ruin one of our defense that we don't need. 12 against 13 will make a concealed blade. Definitely want to attack with Oathkeeper because that gives us more damage on the Oathkeeper itself. And this guy's just going to die to bleeding. So far these cards are not causing us any problems. Draw 1 card, gain 1 vigor. Apply charge equal to weapon damage and move or swap to the front rank. Taunt. Select a target. If the position in front of them is vacant, move them into it. We'll take a second wind, I guess, because basically we could have either drawn a different card or we can draw this card, which then can draw the different card and have 1 vigor, which just seems like free stuff. 2 characters have leveled up. Right, so we get a talent this time round. Apply opponent's stacks of poison to each adjacent opponent. Draw 4 cards, gain pacified. Deal 4 damage to vitality for every stack of vulnerable on a foe. I'm going to try concentration. It's a high cost, but we have a lot of energy. And between us, I think we can play a lot more cards in a turn. Discard up to 1 card. Convert an ally's bleeding to healing. If you discarded 2 times that. We haven't really been suffering from bleeding a lot. If this character loses half their vitality, apply the amount lost as healing to another ally. Apply 15 shield, gain 1 will. None of these seem great to me. but I guess we'll take Baptism of Fire in the expectation that more bleeding will come. And because we've gotten so much extra draw, let's go with more energy. Prisoners, you burst open the door and a young wolf rushes out over to their mother. You explain the informant's wife the plan of the escape and where they must hurry in secret to meet her husband. Urgently hurrying down the two down a narrow alley, you bid them farewell as you scurry back to the bustling street. So that is those guys saved. So now our options are Black Market, buy and sell, Over Encumbered, modify deck, and a chance to heal. This is a 1, so when we take the Over Encumbered, the Black Market and the Blackfoot Contact will both tick down to 1, still giving us an opportunity to take those paths. So we'll take Over Encumbered first as a priority. You approach a towering column of fire, a pyre burning to the late king. Upon the many stacks of wood sits an effigy to the old wolf. But giving him a proper ceremony, a small mouse whispers to you from below, "It's not right what that prince did. King Esamir was ashamed and would have been doubly shameful if this festival cover-up. He was a stickler for tradition. You should offer something to his memory." We can remove 2 skills, we can forfeit a talent, or we can ruin a card and leave. I don't know if we get any benefit for forfeiting a talent, but we could forfeit the one that Islington just took that I don't really care that much about. Which one was it? Baptism of Fire. Seems appropriate, doesn't it? I guess nothing happens, it's just a way of resolving that without other issues. Buy and sell, or a chance to heal? Let's buy and sell. A shady-looking bear looms in the shadows at the edge of the street, twirling a loose florin in his hand. You approach the bear, who greets you with an emotionless, gruff voice. "You buying or selling?" he barks. "Either way, be quick about it." We can gain 3 random upgrade tokens for 350 florins. We can add a card to our deck from a choice of 10 for 500 florins. We can swap 2 characters' talents for 400 florins. We can sell our stashed weapons for 100 florins per weapon, or leave. I don't think we have any stashed weapons. I think we have stashed armor. I don't know if that qualifies as stashed weapons. Find the escape key. I think 3 random upgrade tokens is pretty good. -1 stamina cost, gain 3 charge, -1 will cost. Okay. Well, let's do will cost first, because we don't have many cards with a will cost associated with them. It might just be maneuver or whatever it's called. Yeah, withdraw. So that's simple enough. Then gain 3 charge and -1 in stamina cost. -1 stamina cost for concentration, so it only costs 2, but we can draw 4 cards. Seems incredible. And then gain 3 charge. I'm going to want to play that on something that we're likely to play before attacking. Precision. If this character's next attack deals damage to vitality, half the damage is dealt as blood. It's bleeding, so we'll make that better because precision is always preceded by an attack. You glance behind you to check for guards. On turning to face the bear, you find he's already vanished into the night. And now we're at a crossroads before Old Town. This is how it levels out the playing field before we get to where we're going. And we can go to the smithy for provisions, we can hire party members, or we can heal up. Just before we hire party members, I want to check that one really big attack that we have for the guy at the back. It might be a talent, even. But it would still show here in our deck. Reckless Cleave. Ruin a card, deal 20 damage, plus weapon damage to opponent rank. Allies on your rank take 15 damage. So we can put somebody in front of him in the center, and that won't be a problem. So let's hit up the Tavern. We've got 3 bears, level 5, level 6, and level 6. Whenever this character receives damage, the attacker gains 1 poison. Whenever this character plays a talent, one random card in your hand becomes 0 stamina cost this turn. Falchion, Heavy Shield, Reckless Cleave. That's the same talent the guy in the back has. Ruin a card, draw a card for each status effect on target opponent. This would be really good. This would be really bad because we're intending to put this guy in between the two at the front. At the start of every turn, you may discard 1 card to draw 2 cards. That's great with the high amount of energy we have. Cold-Blooded. Whenever this character ruins a card, they gain 5 charge. Dagger, 5 damage, apply 2. If dual wielding, +2. Falchion, 11, has no shield, apply 5. Ruin a card, draw cards. If this character has no shield, deal 5 damage and apply 3 bleeding to opponent's rank. Gain 2 stamina for each status effect on target opponent. This seems pretty good all round. The high will value is not the best, but not the worst either. Or we have Degray. At the start of your turn, you may discard 1 card to draw 2. Whenever this character discards, they gain 1 healing. If this gambler qualifies for the healing, then that's incredible. Spear, 12 damage. If target is crippled, double damage. Heroic Strike. If this character gains defense equal to the total damage of their next attack. Apply Toxic Cascade. Whenever target opponent gains a status effect, they also gain 2 poison. Gain 2 stamina for each status effect. Well, I think then it's going to be Degray. We have just enough cash for that. We can't afford the others. Let's make sure they are where we want them to be before we go into the Gatehouse. Combat positions, yep, they are here in the front and center. So, the tower gate walls are blocked. We must go to the Gatehouse. And here is Grit Salt, the boss of this floor. Select 1 card to discard. Wow, we're going to have so much draw between Quick Hands and Concentration. Let's get rid of Solid Footing for now. And then we draw an extra 2 cards. Right, the front rank is attacking first. Deals 12 damage, applies 2 marked. I'm not really that bothered about marked because I don't expect to die this fight. Deal 9 damage. If opponent is in the opposite lane, applies Provoked. And again, deal 12 damage. So, we're not taking any damage from any of these. Over here, Heavy Kit start each with 35 defense. Die Hard. At the end of their turn, all bleeding on this character is removed and converted into 2 charge for every stack removed this way. So we don't want to be making him bleed. Hurricane. Whenever this character breaks an opponent's shield, all enemies gain 3 vulnerable. So we want to start bleeding on this front rank here. So Kesselmead, you're going to have concentration, but we're going to want to do that after you've spent 3 energy on other things. So let's start out with a Roar. And we'll do it here. Then let's go Quick Hands. Whenever target opponent gains a status effect, they also gain 2 poison. Then we'll go round shield. That puts us on 2 exactly. We can give somebody else some extra shield. And then we can play concentration. We draw 4 cards and we gain pacified, which means we won't be able to play anything else, but we'll have no energy to do so with anyway. Now we have 17 energy on the other 3 heroes to play as much as we want. So this gives 1 vigor. The next time character loses stamina, it is refunded and vigor is removed. We want to play this for 3, so if we draw 1 and gain vigor, we can now play this basically for free. So let's put that on this guy in the center, because we don't want to be putting bleed on the guy at the back, so that's how that works out. Then as for the rest, we're just going to attack as much as we can. Do we want to focus? I guess we're focusing down on this guy as they have the overwhelm. That guy's dead. Super. We can kick the guy here back. Now we only have 1 person attacking us this turn. You can have a brace out at the front, and we will discard the Scornful Bite for 3 charge. Good turn. And look at this giant hand. I don't think we need a guard. So we're attacking the back rank now as a priority because they're attacking us. Deals 12 damage, applies 2, deals 9 damage, and provoke. So nothing really to be scared of. We just don't want to put too much bleeding on Grit Salt. But I think Warhammer is going to be worth it. His target is already vulnerable. Okay, so we'd rather make them vulnerable first. Alright, we're just going to play tensions. I guess this is a young otter and this is an old otter, because I don't know why they got overwhelmed otherwise. But we're now going to attack both lanes there. Who's dual wielding? We didn't hire the dual wielder, that's fine. We're provoked, so we can only attack this guy. But I want to hit him as hard as we can, so we're going to flurry. Then we're going to hit him with that. Then we're going to hit him with that, ruining this. Down to 30. Then we'll make some of these. Basically, this bleeding is going to convert to charge, but if we can kill him before that, then we don't really care as much. So if we make even more shivs, he now has 17 bleeding against 15 HP. We don't have too much more to worry about. Give you more shield. Alright, that's a turn. Now, this guy, we need to get rid of something. I don't really care about... What do I care about? This character gains shield equal to the total number of damage of their next attack. We don't need to worry about that. We're just going to kill stuff really fast. This is even better now because we have 4 heroes to do 1 damage to. And in fact, let's put strategy on. Then battering around this guy back. So these guys are in the same rank. Then we can yellow powder them. Then we can have you play somebody else's card to make these guys swap round. That didn't work out, but that's fine. We'll Wild Brawl for a whole heap of damage. You can spear them. Easy stuff. Right. Deal 6 damage times the number of ruined cards. We don't have many ruined cards. Ruin a card, deal 8 damage and 3 bleed. Every time you play this, damage is increased by 8 and 3 bleed this combat. We're not going to do that because we have a really big deck. So skip over that. We get some equipment as well. Survivalist gear. At the start of your turn, gain 2 healing and 2 bolster. You may not exceed 15 stacks for each. At the start of your turn, this character gains 8 shield. What's everyone wearing? At the start of your combat, gain 8 and 1 stamina. At the start of combat, gain 8 and 1 stamina every turn. Start each combat with 14. Start each combat with 24. Right, we'll swap you to that. At the start of their turn, we'll take the survivalist gear just in case we want to equip somebody with it later if they're injured. We can put them in the back row or something. And here we are at the start of the next tier of play. So we can either heal everyone to 100%, don't need it. We can level somebody up, or we can take 1,000 florins. I think we'll level someone up. Let's just see who. You need 1,000, you need 1,000, you need like 200, you need like 1,000 as well. Let's do De Grey because they are lacking in energy to play cards with. So we can put this up to 5. And here, once per turn, when your hand reaches 0, you can draw 1 card for every ally on this character's rank with stamina remaining. Whenever this character deals damage, apply 1 bleed. At the start of their turn, if this character has less than 30% vitality, they gain 1 rage. Let's take Born Leader, because then we can draw 3 cards at the end of our hand, which seems really good. Alright, that's going to do it for another Banners of Ruin session. Thank you ever so much for watching. Please join me next time where we will continue on towards the end of the Noble Quarters. If you're enjoying the series, please do consider liking or subscribing. If you have any questions or comments, you can put them down below. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.